You are listening to From Ring to Veil.
I'm Shannon.
And I'm Kim.
And we are your wedding planning gurus.
We take the stress out
and put the fun back into wedding planning. Writing Your Vows, episode number 131.
Okay, so let's do an update. let you peeps know what's going on. It is almost July here. It's the end of June. And Shannon has her moving papers now. But
thank goodness.
We should have Shannon through the end of July.
Right. We'll have recorded shows through the end of July. I'm not going to be here through the end of July, but the recorded shows will be through the end of July. Since you're listening to this on the 7th, then, we have 3 more shows for this month, and I'm going to be talking to you on all of them.
That's right. That's right. And then we have set up a guest host. A guest co-host to come in here and record with me, and I can't wait. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, and that'll be all the month of August, and hopefully I'll be back for September shows.
Let's hope. Let's hope.
Everything goes smoothly.
Yes.
And I'm packed, and I have my recording all laid out.
Yes. If it doesn't work, I'll just have to recruit somebody else to record with me. So we are in the throes of wedding season here, and that's why we do not have very many guest hosts with us right now, just so you know why all of a sudden we've kind of dropped off. Everybody's busy.
Right.
Truly, everybody's busy.
And plus, we're busy.
That's true.
Our kids are finally out of school.
Yes.
Finally.
Middle of June, they're out. Almost end of June. Yeah. Anyway, you guys don't care about our kids. But anyway, we have talked about vows before. If you want to check out that show, it is episode number 41. But this time, we thought we would try to help you write them.
We're trying to get you to think of what you're going to say. Write your vows, write meaningful vows.
Right.
To express your feelings towards your significant other.
It's scary and it's hard.
Yeah.
It doesn't come easy to some of us. I'm not a writer.
Yeah. Me, I can write them, but to get me to say them out loud in front of people, I'm like, can I whisper them into your ear? Maybe? I would go with traditional vows. And I did go with traditional vows because, we got married in the Stone Age.
Yeah.
So, no one really did their own vows.
Not much. Yeah. Not much. It was really unheard of. But now doing your own thing is the way to go.
Right.
Unless you want to go traditional and go with those very traditional words and stuff. And that's totally up to you. But we're kind of taking it to the untraditional and showing you how to write your vows if you want to write your own vows. They have ones that you can print out and just plop in names and stuff, know.
But those are impersonal.
It is impersonal. It is. Hopefully it can help you take some of the stress off of this.
And don't do song lyrics.
I say do song lyrics. If there is a song that you guys share, if there's your song, hey, throw a lyric or two in there.
Well, but don't take the whole song. What was that? There was a TV show I was watching, and she was so happy that he wrote his own vows, but it wasn't his own vows. It was a song, and she didn't recognize it. And I don't remember what show that was, but it was funny.
Oh, that's not good. Yeah. Don't get up there and read a song. But if you have a lyric or two you want to throw in there, I say do it. Or a poem.
Yeah.
It's a very short couple lines. I say do that. Yeah, we don't have to agree on everything.
Yeah.
All right, here's some of our tips.
Okay. So some religions require that you use traditional vows. And what I've seen, you need to know their rules that the church, if you're getting married into a church, if you're getting married by the head of that church, pastor, reverend, priest, whatever they are, you'll need to know the rules. So you can usually say your traditional vows, but then you can maybe add some of your own.
Yeah.
Just to make it, you did official traditionals and then add some of your own. Because in some religions, you have vows twice. You have the traditional vows and like a ring ceremony. Mm-hmm. So you have 2 different things to say. So maybe you can do one traditional, one non-traditional.
Right. Next, talk with your fiance about what you guys want to say and kind of agree on what's allowed. You may be thinking that you want to say one thing, and then your fiance might think he wants to go a different way, or she wants to go a different way. Just agree on it so that it's not embarrassing or
snarky.
Yeah.
I mean, you could put some humor in them, but don't make them all humorous. Because they are, I think of vows of being very reverent. You're
serious.
You're expressing your love to your significant other. They need to be kind of reverent. You need to promise. You need to make promises and things like that. So, don't promise to pick up your underwear off the floor every day. I mean, you could add that in there, but let's not make that the whole thing.
Right.
Because that doesn't express your love.
No. No, exactly. So agree.
Yeah. Start out by asking yourself some questions.
Right. And you can find lists of questions for vows all over the internet.
Yeah. We're going to put some books that we really like on the show notes. So,
yes.
What does marriage mean to you? Why are you marrying your fiance? Do you have a favorite memory? What do you hope for your future? And what do you think will make her happy? So really, you're starting from the beginning of your relationship of why you wanted to marry her in the first place. And then you're going toward the future of why you will still love her in the future. And,
vice versa, him too. Yeah, those are it just kind of gets your thoughts going, and then it might help you write what you really want to write. Meaningful, like you said, meaningful, not funny. What are your promises? Because you need promises. You need a few. You need at least 2 promises that you want to promise to keep. So you got to think of what can you promise and what can you keep.
Right.
If they're unrealistic and you're not going to be able to keep them, don't promise.
Right.
Because she can bring that back up.
You promised me on our wedding day or that, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
I was going to say he could bring it up, but he'll probably forget. So.
She has those, embedded in their memory. It's like she knows every date of your first date, your first kiss, all that stuff. She has those vows.
Yeah. Some men do know that kind of stuff, but most of them don't.
All right. Our next bit of advice, like we said before, nothing embarrassing. Yes, you can have funny, snarky comments in there, but don't do embarrassing stuff.
You don't want to make them mad standing there. Oh, that would be not good. Not good.
Because, she may turn around and walk back down the aisle and not complete her vow.
That's right.
Or he.
Exactly. Use your resources. There are tons of books out there, websites, even podcasts like ours that can help you write your vows. One book that we picked to share with you, it looks really good. Wedding Vow Writing, How to Write the Most Original, Tear-Inducing, Non-Boring Wedding Vows of All Time.
That's by Alicia Curtis and Hillary Gunnan.
It looked like a really good book. I mean, there's a lot out there that looked kind of cheesy, kind of not very good. But.
And there was some fiction mixed in there, too.
Exactly.
So we're like trying to weed out. Wait a minute, that's fiction. Hold on. Like we said before, read. Lots of examples.
They're everywhere.
Yeah. You can Google them.
Or whatever you use.
Bing them.
Siri them. Try to keep the vows short. 3 minutes at most is kind of the standard.
Yeah.
If you go over it a little bit, I think you'll be okay. But if you're getting into 5 and 10 minutes, and
people are going to start yawning and nodding off.
That's unless you're very entertaining, like a stand-up comic or something. No, I wouldn't do that. 3 minutes at the most.
Have a nice copy for you to reference to, because you're not going to remember. You're going to be nervous as heck. Let me just tell you. Have a nice copy. Put it on note cards, a nice piece of paper. Don't have it written on your hand because your hands sweat.
That's true.
You can, and don't use your phone because that's very, very impersonal. Don't pull out your big iPad and hold it up and read them.
I think it'd be kind of funny if you pulled out a scroll and unscrolled it.
Well, I mean, if they were nicely done by a great calligrapher, so we know a few.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, sure. I would, that would be awesome. Have them like sitting up there and then pull them out and read them.
Yeah, that'd be kind of fun.
But yeah, don't pull out the big iPad like out of your
suit jacket.
Be like those people that stand in front of you taking pictures with their iPad.
Exactly. We won't go into that. Oh, something that's very, very important is to be yourself. You know, I mean, you're in a relationship with this person that you're saying your vows to. Yeah. They know you, you know them. Well, you should anyway. You know they know your personality. So bring yourself into that. If you're funny, bring a little bit of your funny in there. You know, if you're really sweet, bring a little bit of your sweet in there.
If you're sarcastic, keep it to a minimum.
Yeah, keep it to a minimum with the sarcasm.
Because see, mine would be full of sarcasm.
Now it would be.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
If we ever renewed our vows, it'd be nothing but sarcasm. Not that I don't love my husband. You're not taking that the right way. I do love my husband very much. It's just that our relationship right now is based on sarcasm.
Okay. Well, there you go.
And it works. So, hey. Practice.
Lots.
Practice out loud. In front of the mirror.
Yes.
Have somebody listen to you. Record them even. And go, you can record them and go back and listen to them and say, oh, I need to, fix this or do that or whatever.
Let me tell you what. Most people hate listening to their voice.
I do still. And I listen to my voice all the time now.
Wow. I'm over that. I don't care anymore. But I was going to say, it's going to be cringeworthy for a little bit, but do it anyway because we promise it will help.
Yeah.
Definitely will help.
My voice is a lot better now than it was before because I'm more conscious of it.
Right.
But when we first started, if you go back and listen to our other podcasts that we had in the beginning, woo. Anyway.
But now you're moving back to Texas and you're going to have all that twangy stuff back in your voice. So we apologize ahead of time.
I will try not to do that. I don't sound, my twang is not as bad as it was.
Oh, no, definitely not.
I've tried to lessen it, but you can still tell I'm from Texas. So
yeah.
Anyway.
All right. Now we have a few things that can be included in the saying of your vows.
Your feelings and thoughts on when you met. If it's a funny story, maybe save it for your toasts.
Yeah.
Like you bumped into her and she poured coffee all down your shirt or something like that.
Right. When you realized you were in love and you wanted to marry them, tell that story. I knew I loved you when.
Right. The because of you statement. Because of you, I am a better person. I am more loving. You've made me a better, something like that.
Yes. Try to elaborate a little bit though. Just don't say
I'm a better person because of you.
Yeah. Give a little bit.
Why are you a better person because of her or him?
Where you see your life together going and ending up. So in
5-10 years,
50 years from now, I want to be rocking on the front porch with you in our cottage house and,
our
wherever.
grandchildren playing on the yard.
Yeah. I mean, like envision it, dream a little bit and put a little bit of that into it.
Of course, we said before your promises to each other.
And the traditional stuff, I take this man to be my blah, 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 because of.
And you don't have to word them that way. You just say, I promise you to love you, care for you, cherish you, take care of you when you're sick, laugh at you when you're well, put laughter in there, things like that. Also, tell how they inspire you.
And what they inspire you to do.
And of course, the ring ceremonies, with this ring I be wed, stuff like that.
Yeah, I take you with this ring. However that's worded. And that's probably one of the things that the religious ceremonies will have you say specifically. Because a lot of times
kind of official.
Right. And a lot of times they have their own things that they say during this ceremony. Right. So you have to kind of work with them on that. And that's all of our tips for writing your vows. If you have any questions or thoughts on this, please email us at info@fromringtoveil.com.
Or hashtag from Ring to Veil.
Hopefully this will help you get the ball rolling and make you think and get your creative
juices flowing.
Yes, your creativity up and give you a little confidence that you can do this because you have so many resources. Like we said, books, this podcast, other podcasts, the internet is plentiful.
Yeah, it's a bevy of information.
Right. So it shouldn't be as stressful and hard.
Yeah, it's not that daunting.
No. You can do it.
Yeah.
Subscribe to our podcast anywhere you listen to podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Google Play, and Stitcher. We are going to be on iHeartRadio.
Woohoo!
Yay!
We're growing, dude.
And even Spotify. So hopefully we'll be on Spotify. We have a YouTube channel that if you are more of a YouTube consumer, you can go to YouTube and play our podcast straight from there.
It's just the podcast. There's not us on there.
Yeah, that's not videos. It's podcasts.
Yeah.
But it's
you don't
there.
see our lovely faces.
Not yet.
So until next time, no stress, no worries. Keep calm and listen on. Thank you for listening to our podcast. You can find us on Facebook, From Ring to Veil, on Twitter, @From Ring to Veil, and on our website, FromRingToVeil.com.
Music provided by bensound.com. I keep doing it. I try to take those out.